What's up, guys? I have a dilemma, okay? And by reading the title, it's not what you think. Um, I saw something, I saw a Viagra commercial, and the second I saw it, I'm like, I have to make a video on this. The reason being, I'm making this video, first of all, so that I know that I'm not crazy, because I swear to God, I saw this commercial. But for life of me, I cannot find it anywhere. I can't find it online. I can't find it on YouTube. I've been watching, I flipped through the channels now looking for it. It was about 2 or 3 days ago I saw this, and I really want to do a video on it. Basically, it was a newer Viagra commercial, and they got the stupid music playing, and then there's a guy, and he's like going camping, and he breaks out a buck 110, or a knife that looks identical to it. Okay, so obviously this is where my interest is peaked. I have no interest in Viagra. It just I happened to be flipping through the channels, and I saw, the beginning of it, and it's actually on Discovery Channel. I was trying to watch a show, and it was just the regular commercial, and when I got to the put on Discovery Channel, I was playing, and I'm just watching and go, holy crap, a knife, because that's how I get, because I'm weird and I love my knives. So I'm like, buck 110, there it is, right there, and it has to be. If it's not a 110, it is one of the many copies of that knife. But here's where things went a little bit awry. He broke out the knife, okay, and then you see him starting a fire by sparking his knife on a rock. Not really a problem. However, the Buck 110, as we all know, has a stainless blade. The many, many variants and or copies of the Buck 110 are usually stainless. I don't think I've ever seen, personally, a Buck 110 copy or anything from Buck in a straight carbon steel with that pattern. So as we all know, it won't work with stainless steel. It only works with carbon steel. So of course, when I saw this commercial, I go, oh my God, I have to find this and make a video on it, because I love catching things in movies and commercials that aren't correct. If you ever watch a movie that's historical, I mean, I've seen movies before where it's set in like maybe just the turn of the century, 1912 or something, or the late 1800s, and there's a Zippo in it, and I'm like, there's no Zippos then, or just something, to that effect, where you're like, nope, that's not right. Of course, we've all done this one. Now that many of you know about guns, you watch a video or a movie, an action film, and you're like, okay, he's got a Glock, and he's shooting, and you're counting, and you're like, okay, there's no way that gun had that many rounds. It's impossible. More likely than not, revolvers. You'll see someone have a revolver, and you'll hear the count, boom, 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 and you're like kind of counting in your head, and you're like, wait a minute, it gets to 8, 9, 10. You're like, no, where are these coming from? It's impossible. So we all love catching these little bloopers in film and entertainment. So of course I saw this commercial. I'm instantly excited to see the knife. Ironic, I'm watching a Viagra commercial and it makes me excited. But the knife, that was one thing. Cool. Thought maybe I mentioned in the video. But then, of course, when I saw the very unlikely scenario where he's sparking, from a stainless steel blade, or what I assume to be a stainless steel blade, that's when the knife guy in me went, nope, put my foot down. I got to make a video on this. Now, I wanted to start this video off by showing that part of the commercial. But for the life of me, I can't find it anywhere. It's like it didn't exist. It's like I made it up in my mind. So first of all, please tell me I'm not crazy. Please tell me that someone out there saw this commercial, and if possible, can you send me a link and a message or something so I can see it online, because I know what I saw. I was tired when I saw it, but I'm fairly certain I did not make this up, out of my mind. I'm feeling like I'm going crazy because it doesn't seem like it exists. So please put me at ease and let me know that, yeah, you saw it too. Please, someone. So anyway, besides that, I'm looking for this video, and of course, all I see is the other Viagra commercial. It's been playing so much. I think it came out last year, and it's the main one we all been watching in commercials and stuff. It's where he's out like on a prairie somewhere, and he's got the truck, and of course the truck gets stuck in the mud, so he hooks up the horses and blah, 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 and he has to come home to, the end scene. He's pulling into his like driveway, and of course the house is there with the lights on. You think, poor woman. But anyway, there's another little weird thing in that one that I've always noticed, and that's that when his truck's stuck in the mud. Now this is like a manly man, cowboy kind of guy, and if you watch that, his back wheels are spinning, but his front wheels aren't moving. So if you're like out in that situation and you're all rugged, manly man, you don't have four-wheel drive, or the truck's not in four-wheel drive, you'd think all four would be spinning. That was another little thing I caught, which is kind of strange. But people putting commercials together, don't always think of that kind of stuff. Anyway, please let me know that I'm not going out of my mind, that I'm not crazy, because I don't know why it's bothering me. I got all excited. I was going to make a video on it. I just can't find it anywhere. So please, someone out there, let me know I'm not crazy. Hey, look, if I'm crazy and I'm making this up in my mind and I was sitting there and I just imagined it out of exhaustion, then so be it. But hopefully someone out there will let me know I'm not nuts. So that's all. That's really the only purpose of the video. But, make a video response or post in the comments commercials or movies, little errors here and there, things that you've seen and you're like, there's no way. That's impossible. It's not, period correct. Things like you'll see, that weren't invented when the setting for that film or commercial, whatever was, there, stuff like that. All these little errors and bloopers. I know, like, there's websites dedicated to this. One off top of my mind is the movie Seven. At the end with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. I think they're talking, the camera angles towards Brad Pitt, and it's like raining outside, and then Morgan Freeman says something, and of course his angle, it's not raining outside. Stuff like that. One of my favorite ones of all time, and I might have mentioned this in another video, but the original Charlie and Chocolate Factory. When they're in this shop and they're singing the song, the Candyman, it's the Candyman. He lifts, there's like, he's behind like the candy bar of sorts, and he lifts the thing to walk out of it, and he just wails this little girl in the face. Actually, you know what? I can probably find that clip, and I'll show, no, you know what? I can't, because copyright issues. That stinks. But I'll put a link to that blooper in the description box, so watch that. And if you ever, I know most of you have seen this movie before, but you probably never caught that before, and it's hilarious. This little girl just gets whacked right in the face with the counter. So anyway, I love bloopers and stuff, and I love catching things. I was all excited about this, and I was going to make a video, and I can't find the thing anywhere. So that's it. That's the point of the video. Just want to share my excitement and then my craziness. So hopefully someone out there will be like, yep, Jeff, saw that too. So, and particularly if you can find it somewhere online where I can watch it again, that would be awesome. And then, of course, I'll put a link in the description box, or you can post, something. But anyway, that's all. In case you don't care about this whatsoever, and you're just looking for the reviews, this is going to be coming up very, very, very soon. I have some other lights from Olight that I'm going to be reviewing as well. I have an awesome, amazing, simple EDC light. There's two of them. One's a CR123, which is just a powerhouse for such a small light. And another one's a tiny little AAA keychain, which I think most of you are going to really like. The price is right. It's very powerful. I think you guys are going to like that stuff. So a lot of stuff from Olight coming out very, very soon. Besides that, of course, there will always be knife reviews. And I did not forget about the IFAK, which is right here. Personal first aid kit. And that's it. Lots of other stuff too thrown in. But anyway, just want to make that video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you soon. Take care.